What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we finally had another move happen. Russell Westbrook is joining the Denver Nuggets, and as you guys know, I've been doing these new look 5-year rebuilds, so I thought probably a good time to go ahead and do the Nuggets today. For the last two off seasons, the Nuggets have definitely dealt with the second apron as they've lost Bruce Brown and now KCP. So yeah, very unfortunate circumstances for them, but let's talk about what they have done in this off season. Let's just go ahead and jump in and do this new look 5-year Denver Nuggets rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, if you are looking for a share scenario to play on, I've been using mine again. I've been updating it again, and trust me, I have you covered. I already went ahead and updated Chris Dunn to the Clipper. Actually, I already had him on the Clippers, but his contract is updated now. And obviously, I have Russell Westbrook on the Denver Nuggets as well. So yeah, let's talk about what the Nuggets have done this offseason. I don't think it's a whole lot, to be honest with you. Of course, Russell Westbrook is back in Denver. They lost Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. They did add Dario Saric in free agency. They brought back DeAndre Jordan. And I can't remember. And they drafted Deron Holmes, who unfortunately, I believe, tore his ACL in Summer League, which just really sucks, to be honest with you. Very sad circumstances, because obviously this team has looked for a backup big man that they can play to, give Jokic some more rest. And they were kind of hoping Deron Holmes could be that. They drafted him in the first round, and I believe they traded up for it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, he gets hurt in year one, or going into season one of his rookie year. Just really unfortunate. So we will put an injury on him to start this video, of course, but I will do it here in just a second. So let's just go ahead and get straight into the first season, and let's just see what 2K thinks of this Denver Nuggets team. Now that we have Russell Westbrook, I'm pretty sure I've done a Nuggets rebuild lately where Russ ended up on the Nuggets, so 2K may have, predicted the future a little bit. Who knows? But let's go ahead, like I said, get into year one. Year one, we don't do anything. We just kind of want to see what 2K thinks of the team. We do have to cut one player here. And usually this part of the video always pisses someone off for some reason. But Colin Gillespie was drafted, undrafted. Probably the guy we just move away from here. So yeah, so apologies if you're attached to Colin, but we got to cut somebody that's going to go ahead and be Colin. All right, so let's go ahead and get in the rotation for year one. So it's going to be Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook off the bench, Peyton Watson, Dario Saric, and DeAndre Jordan, and Julian Strawther. I actually like that 10-minute rotation a lot. DeAndre Jordan getting minutes, it's a little rough, but I mean, what can we do? He's still 76 overall. I guess he's serviceable. Do we want to do anything else? So I kind of wanted to look at our positions right now. So Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook looks good to me. Julian Strawther is our only listed shooting guard. Obviously, Christian Brown is listed as small forward at the moment. We could move him to the 2. And then if we look at our power forward position, I think what we'll do is we'll move Peyton Watson to the 3 probably because he goes up. So that makes a lot of sense to do that. And then we'll do the same thing with Christian Brown, probably going to shooting guard. I know Brown will probably go down if we move him there. So maybe we'll just leave him at small forward for now. But yeah, he'll basically be our starting shooting guard as you guys saw. And then, yeah, backup center position is still rough, but obviously Deron Holmes, once he's back, hopefully he could develop into that. If not, we'll have to find a replacement. I assume with him being injured in year one, that's going to really slow down his progression here in 2K a little bit, which sucks, but it is what it is. So let's just go ahead. Simulate year number 1 with this Denver Nuggets team. Let's see how maybe we should just give these minutes to Zeke Naji over DeAndre Jordan, though. I think that might make a lot more sense. We'll just do that. So we'll give Zeke Naji these minutes instead of DJ, and let's simulate year 1, and let's see what 2K thinks of the Nuggets. And I will go ahead and, like I said, put that injury on Deron Holmes. Today's video is brought to you by 2 softwares designed to help you beat the sports books and become a much profitable sports bettor. So let's go ahead and start on the Daily Grind Fantasy Optimizer. So what the DGF tool basically does, it kind of is mainly focused on the DFS apps, which is Prize Picks, Underdog, all the popular DFS apps you guys all love and know that you probably have played on. And we got some golf value on the board. So basically what it does, it compares discrepancies across sports books. You'll probably, if you take this seriously, you'll be placing entries you never thought you'd be placing. That's how it's kind of been for me. Of course, I used to just primarily focus on basketball and NFL because they're the 2 sports I knew. But you don't need to know anything about the sport just based off looking at math and data and giving you the plays that are best long-term. So this Tiger Woods play isn't the best example, to be honest with you. So let's go to none of these golf plays are the best examples. So do we have a good example on the board at the moment? So I guess you could look at this one. This does have heavy push potential, but Aaron Nola over 6 strikeouts. As you can see, he is favored to go under, but you are getting it at a really good price at 6 instead of 6.5, which is why DGF shows you this. I often avoid the push potential ones, so unfortunately, as much as I thought there'd be a good example on the board, there really isn't at the moment. I guess you got total bases down here on Luke Rayleigh on the Seattle Mariners. So basically, as you can see, every single book is favoring him to go over, which is why you could take the over on Prize Picks. As you can see, you got the data and book support showing you that, hey, that's a good play. Not the best example. Of course, you like to, see the plays that are in green the most. But yeah, basically that's what it does. It shows you discrepancies across sports books, compares them back, and you're just line shopping at the end of the day. And I also love using this tool, OzJam's Positive EV tool. This one will show you, the DFS apps as well, but this also gives you the, traditional sports books such as BetMGM, Fanatics, FanDuel, DraftKings, and baseball is back tomorrow, so we do have a lot of plays here. As you can see, this thing is absolutely loaded right now. We got a 7.46% EV play, so let's see why that is. So first, it's already changed, but okay, so we'll go to a different one. All right, this one. So Arizona Diamondbacks versus Chicago Cubs over 7. Basically, same thing. If you look at this, as you can see, we have rebet at -131, while every other book, I guess you can get a better price on Fanatics. That's not the great example either. Do we have a good example on the board? So -140. So technically, this is good on BetMGM or Fanatics, but as you can see, you got 3 different books that are a way different price. DraftKings is at -175. Throws is at -144, and Fliff is at -45. So it would make no sense to take the bet on DraftKings. We can get it at a better price on BetMGM or Fanatics. I'm sure you kind of understand it by now. So yeah, that's basically how it works. You basically line shop. Check out these tools. Links are down in the description below. It makes you a much profitable sports bettor. I promise you, data and math is the way to win on these books. It's not your gut. It's not what you think. It is data. And that is a realization that took me a while to obviously trust. But once I did, it changed everything for me. So make sure you guys check it out. Links are down in the description below. Use code Crushables. 25% off your first month on DGF, and then I think 50% off on OzJam. So check them both out. They're both amazing tools. Other than that, let's get back to the video. So at the end of year number 1, Shea is your MVP. Risha Shea is your Rookie of the Year. Naz Reid, 6-man Wemby Defensive Player. Cade Most Improved. Trae Young's your Clutch Player. And then Mark is your Coach of the Year for the Thunder. Also executive goes to John Murphy. So we do get Jokic making an All-NBA first team, which is phenomenal. Here's your All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. So we did end up making the playoffs as the second seed in the West, which is phenomenal. So if we take a look at the player stats, you had 27 from Nikola Jokic, 20 from Jamal Murray, 14 from MPJ, 12 from Russell Westbrook, 11 from Aaron Gordon, and 10 from Christian Brown. So at the contract extension deadline, I was hoping to re-sign Jamal Murray. I know there's been talks about it in real life, but I don't think he's officially signed an extension just yet. And he's straight up a free agent this offseason. He always leaves Denver in 2K, but obviously in this one, we're going to make sure he doesn't. We did extend Aaron Gordon, though. So Aaron Gordon has been extended. So we get him kind of around the same price he's making right now. I flat rated the contract, so he's going to make $22 million a year. So yeah, that's kind of nice to have him for the foreseeable future. And then Russell Westbrook did pretty good off the bench for us, which is great. But all that matters is trying to win a championship here. So let's go ahead and see if we can do just that. So in round 1, we draw the New Orleans Pelicans. So it does say, Deron Holmes is ready to play, but, clearly hasn't played all season. So I'm not going to just throw him in there. So CJ McCollum, Murray, Ingram, Zion, Daniel Tice is your center. I mean, Jokic should just have a field day. Like, who's going to guard Jokic here? I mean, Daniel Tice ain't doing nothing, right? Someone in current round. So like I said, we're going to leave rotation as is, and we are going to... Okay, wow. I was not expecting to lose in round 1, but we definitely did. That's really disappointing. Okay. So Minnesota and New Orleans is your round 2 matchup. We lose to New Orleans in round 1. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Thunder and Knicks in the finals, and the Knicks go on to win it all. So shout out to the Knicks. But yeah, not a great start to the video by any means. So Russell Westbrook is going to call it a career, which I'm fine with. I don't even think I'd have his bird rights anyway. So because he did, or I guess he... I don't know if you sign on a buyout. Yeah, because he signed on a buyout, so I don't think Denver would have his bird rights. Now, he might just resign a minimum, but I think in 2K, he asked for more. So we are going to go ahead and let Russ retire. Will he retire in real life after this season? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but you never truly know. Well, let's go to the lottery, and we might have a late pick in this draft. I'm not 100% sure where Denver's picks are. So Orlando does have a first-round pick, so we're not going to be adding a late rookie in this draft or anything like that. So Mike Malone, we are going to keep despite being eliminated in round 1. I think the biggest thing we need to do is get a backup 5 we can trust. I think that's the main thing, and that's what I'm going to primarily focus on this offseason. I believe this team right now is under the second apron now that they've cleared out some salary, like KCP being gone obviously has helped, and Reggie Jackson they dumped, and I think they might have dumped somebody else if I'm not mistaken. That might be I don't know. I might be thinking of somebody else though. So, although we are going to pay Jamal Murray, so that's probably going to put us maybe potentially right back over it. I think as soon as Denver can get rid of Michael Porter Jr.'s contract, they might do it because I think they definitely regret paying Porter as much as they did. It made sense back then, but now that we're in the second apron era, it definitely, isn't the best looking contract at the moment. But at the moment, we are not over the second apron, so maybe we should try. I guess technically we are because of cap holds and stuff. So is there anybody's cap hold that I should? I guess we have KCP. I think we have a trade exception from KCP. Did I just see that correctly? Because I would definitely get rid of that. I'm not going to be using that, and obviously he wasn't even traded in real life. So we look at our salary cap breakdown. I believe that said we had a trade exception. Yeah, we do. So clearly we need to get rid of that, but I can't do that until free agency. So we're just going to go ahead and head past the draft. So we'll just go to player options and figure out where we're at after this. So Watson, Brown, and Julian Strawther will accept, and then qualifying offers, nothing, and then free agency. So first and foremost, we're going to resign Jamal Murray, so let's just get that out of the way. So we'll give him a new 5-year deal. If we can get him around $40 million, I think that'd be fantastic. Now, he does have other offers, so I'm not really sure what that's about to look like. Let's see. And, okay, so where's number one offer by far, which is nice. So I am going to go and sign Jamal Murray, and then, well, I guess that exception isn't showing up anymore here, because it usually lets you renounce it here. But maybe it's just glitched and has it there, because I believe I got rid of all the exceptions in this file. Regardless, though, we got Jamal Murray back, which is nice. Now, are we over the second apron is the question I have, and we'll see. If we are, we could still find a way to get a backup center, but it's going to make it a little bit tougher. So technically, we're under it right now, which is great. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine Najee and Saric's contract to see if we can find a way to bring in a backup 5. I have a couple options in mind, but that's definitely where I think this team is lacking quite a bit. Christian Brown, we're hoping to continue to develop, and then I know Julian Strawther develops really nicely in 2K as well. So I think our shooting guard spot is fine. It's just a matter of, man, we need a 5 we can rely on to give Jokic some freaking rest. Now, I said we needed someone to rely on, and Robert Williams is quite the opposite of that, but he might be low-key our best option to go for around the price range we're able to offer, and it may not cost us a ton to get him. I think everybody else would just cost a lot. One thing I also considered was Walker Kessler, but he asked for so much money, it's actually ridiculous. I cannot pay him what he's going to ask for. So I think Mitch Robinson would be cool as well. I just don't know why the Knicks would trade Mitch Robinson. They kind of have a center problem as it is. Maybe they'd be willing to do it. I don't know. But I think Robert Williams would probably feel like the most realistic option. Again, trusting Robert Williams to be healthy all season is definitely not the right thing to do. But if you can get him for fairly cheap, I think you have to consider if you're Denver. Though the price has to be right. So we're going to offer Zeke Najee and then Saric's salaries, because both of them are, well, I guess Najee isn't expiring, but he's a young player, so it's not like the worst contract in the world. So Zeke Najee, Dario Saric, and we have a couple seconds to throw at them, so I don't know if this will make a difference. They say no for now, and a couple seconds, they still say no. Okay. I mean, I could throw in like Jalen Pickett or Hunter Tyson. That might get this to go through. So I think we probably would throw one of them in. So Hunter Tyson was a second-round pick, and Pickett was a second-round pick as well. So I'll throw Hunter Tyson in, and they still don't agree. I can't justify trading a first-round pick technically. So yes, I could throw in another player, but that's just not really worth it. So Robert Williams will not be an option at this moment, but it's definitely something we are going to keep at the back of our head. So let's throw them both in the trade finder, just simply see what pops up. So Zach Edey, Khalil Ware would be awesome, but obviously, them being moved at this moment doesn't make a lot of sense. Jock Landale we could bring back Nurkic to Denver. I mean, nah, I don't think that would make any sense. So, just not any good options, unfortunately. So let's just see what maybe free agency can offer us. So we have Luke Cornett. We have Old Reliable and Kevon Looney out here. I always get him, though, so I don't really want to go that route today. Man, Goga Badotze was pretty good for Orlando. Maybe just go Goga here and call it a day. Sure. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we just go to the last day of free agency and see what center we can maybe get on a minimum contract or something. I don't know, man. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. Robert Williams would have been perfect. Drummond would be cool as well, but I guess technically that would put us in the second apron, though. So I'm going to try to keep this a minimum contract. So let's see. Looney, like I said, is probably the best bet. Tristan Vukcevic would be nice, but he'd just get matched if we offer a minimum. We could maybe go like Christian Koloko, who hasn't really played. I don't know if he'll ever be able to play basketball again. I know he had kind of a lung thing, but he might be okay. We can try to get Goga maybe. So we're going to offer a minimum. I think he might accept that. So we're going to offer Goga a minimum. That's probably the best way to go about this right now. So we get Badotze on the last day of free agency. So that should give us somewhat of a center we can trust. It's not the perfect situation. But Brown being up to an 82 is awesome to see. So that's great. So we'll definitely take that. And then I didn't really see how much Strother developed. That's definitely important as well. So he's up to a 77. So all that's fantastic. We love to see that. We didn't improve enough. We definitely didn't improve enough, but we are going to keep working at it. I think last year was a little fluky as well. Guys are developing, which helps. But we definitely still are going to be on the path of fixing that backup center position. And maybe at the deadline, we can get Portland to, release a little bit on their offer for Robert Williams. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to get him. But we'll see. So 4.5 proficiency under Mike Malone still. So it's Jamal Murray, Brown, Porter, Gordon, Jokic, Peyton Watson, Julian Strother, Dario Saric, Go Badotste. So that is going to be our rotation. Deron Holmes is technically ready to play if we want to throw him in there. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's throw him some minutes. So we'll give Deron Holmes some minutes as well. Let's simulate this season. Jamal Murray on a new contract, Gordon on a new contract. I think I might eventually look to offload Porter because I could definitely see Denver doing that in real life just based off how much he makes, but it all just depends on what we get in return. Let's simulate this season though, and let's see where we go with this. So I'm knocking right back on Portland's door, and I'm going to see if I can get Robert Williams off of them. This didn't work earlier, but we are going to try again. So I'm going to offer a couple second-round picks. They are in a rebuilding stage, which makes sense because that's where Portland is in real life. So same offer. Do they change their mind on it, though? Why couldn't we have done that in the offseason? I don't understand. But you know what? We got our back of 5 in Robert Williams. Again, obviously in real life, this probably isn't the way to go because Robert Williams cannot stay healthy. But in 2K, we play with injuries off. So Robert Williams, welcome to Denver. That gives us a good backup 5 that we've been searching for. The season's going well. We upgrade our backup center position. And honestly, could not have gone any better. So I think we're going to go ahead and run a 9-minute rotation for the rest of the season. Kind of crunch time. And we're going to go ahead and give Deron Holmes these minutes over Goga Badotste. That way, Deron Holmes is developing as much as possible. I guess we have Dinwiddie at the bottom of rotation as well. But yeah, that is what we're going to roll with for the rest of the season. I'm excited. We're going to see how this season goes. And if we disappoint, I think Porter is the scapegoat. But we'll go ahead and hope that's not the case. Rob Williams also is on a brand new contract after this season as well. So he's already locked up, which is nice. So all we got to do is worry about how we do in this upcoming playoffs. So Nikola Jokic gets another MVP award at the end of year 2. Harper's Rookie of the Year on the Charlotte Hornets. Nikola 6 minutes for the Thunder. Wavy Defensive Player. Dillingham Most Improved for Minnesota. We did do a new look Timberwolves rebuild yesterday if you've not seen it. Dillingham was obviously a huge part of that video. Michael Malone Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year goes to Charles Brooks. So as you guys can see, season went extremely well, which is nice to see us back as the first seed as the best team in the West. So love to see all of that occurring for us. But we ended up as the first seed in the Western Conference. So we take a look at the player stats. Yeah, 26 from Jamal Murray. I believe he only averaged like 20 last year for whatever reason. We got him on a really good contract, 20 points last year, but he stepped up big time, 46% from 3. Once he got paid, that man was ready to go, which is nice. 26 from Jokic, 16 from Porter. It all depends on what his extension looks like. If he's willing to, he's going to make $40 million next year, but it also depends on how these playoffs go. But if we can get him for like 20 million a year or 25, definitely think that's a lot more. I think that's fair. I think that's fair for Porter's salary. He's still only 27 years old. He is a great fit in Denver still. Christian Brown has also developed really nicely, and he's a free agent this offseason as well. So I'm curious to see how much he's about to ask for. Of course, we already extended Gordon. So this team is about to stay the same for the most part. But let's see how we do in this playoffs. We got eliminated round 1 last year, which was really unfortunate. But we get the Blazers, who gave us Robert Williams at the deadline. Of course, they signed Jalen Johnson in free agency. I guess Atlanta just let him go. But we are in no business of trying to lose in round 1 here. So hopefully we do not lose to our Northwest Division foes. And for whatever reason, so far, we cannot have any success, I guess, in these playoffs. I don't know what is going on, but maybe we come back from 3-1. But last year we got eliminated by New Orleans. And it looks like in round 1, and it looks like we might be getting eliminated here in round 1 as well to Portland, which would really suck because we're the first seed for crying out loud. Okay, so we get this one, which is nice, but we got to win another one and then another one after that. So let's see. And we only got a tougher competition after this. If Portland's giving us this many problems, I'm not sure how I feel about how this video is going to go. And Portland is going to eliminate us. So we are the first seed in the West and get eliminated just like that by the Blazers. That's, I'm a Blazers fan, so that's cool to see and all, but not for today. I kind of hate that. And you got Dallas and Minnesota and New York. Yeah, well, that kind of sucks. You got Stephen Curry retiring, DeAndre Jordan's retiring with the Timberwolves. Michael Malone, of course, maybe we just fire Mike Malone based off these first round exits. You could do that. I don't know, man. Let's just see. I think we have a Thunder pick in one of these drafts coming up. Cleveland gets number 1. We do have a first round pick in this draft, which that's nice to have at least. So Mike Malone is a free agent. If there's a better head coach out here, I think just based off these first round exits alone, we got to go for somebody else. So I think the best guy to get would probably be I'm just kidding, not Doc Rivers, but Nick Nurse is here, or Quinn Snyder. You also have Tom Thibodeau, Willie Green. What else we got? If I could get, I want Mike Malone back, but I mean, someone has to be the scapegoat. I think if I can get Nick Nurse on this team, I think that's where we're going to go with it. So I do have to pay him a lot of money to come over here, I imagine. And he is going to sign. So we get Denver. Nick Nurse is our new head coach, which is fun. So we're going to grab him. So we move on from Mike Malone, despite I like Michael Malone as a head coach a lot in real life, but things aren't working right now. So we got to try to make different changes here. So we have a late pick, as we mentioned. So let's see if we can get a steal here at 29. We have David Castillo, Caleb Wilson. So what we got? So All-star, starter, and then JJ Starks. I think I had him in yesterday's video. I'm going to go David Castillo, though, at the very top. We kind of maybe need a backup point guard for the future anyway. So he is going to be a 75 overall. Not too bad. So actually a pretty good pick. Not too shabby. Pickett, I will accept. And then Strother, Deron Holmes, Hunter Tyson. Accept all those. And then I'm very curious to see how much both of Christian Brown and Watson ask for, because both those guys are role players we do want to bring back. But if they're asking for like 20 million, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow. And there you go. Christian Brown is asking for $23 million. Now, he did just have a really good season, so it kind of makes sense he's asking for that much. Watson, on the other hand, 7 points. Still a solid season out of him. You know, I don't think we can lose them. It would be cool if I could sign Luka Doncic on this team. Unfortunately, I think we're going to have to fork the money over. I don't think we have the ability to just sit here and be like, okay, we're not bringing them back. We're just going to lose them. Denver's been doing that, and I can't sit here and do that. So they're both going to be brought back. We're not bringing back Badotste. We got our center now in Robert Williams. So we're going to take them to the last day of free agency unless they... There we go. So we got an offer sheet. We're going to match it. So that's 3 years, $43 million. Quick math. He's going to make like, what, $15 million? A little under $50 million a year, I think. So Watson's locked up. Brown, let's see if he's got any offers. Nothing yet. So like I said, we're going to try to get him for as cheap as we possibly can. Maybe take this to... Let's see what we need. So we have Castillo and Pickett. We're going to get Brown back as starting shooting guard, Porter and Watson, and then Gordon and Deron Holmes, and then Robert Williams. So we pretty much have a full rotation. We're basically just hoping that 2K eventually gives us a better sim. And that might be the worst strategy and approach to take. But I just can't help but think what we've seen so far has just been so fluky. So I am going to give Brown his extension. So he's going to sign it. A lot of money to throw at him. But we want to keep this team intact, even though we've seen a lot of upsets lately. So Deron Holmes being... progressing, which is really cool to see. But now we need to figure out Porter. So Michael Porter Jr., does he want to sign an extension right now? Let's see. So test free agency at the moment for him. Julian Strother wants to sign an extension. Do we just go ahead and ink him to another salary? I mean, we're going to have to... I think we're going to re-sign him. So let's see if we can make it like 12 million maybe. Maybe 13.25. He declines that. Maybe we'll take it down to 13.75. So he's going to accept that. Okay. All right, Porter. We gotta at least explore it. Let's explore the market for him just for now, just to see what would pop up. So we have Desmond Bane and a second round pick being offered to us, which is interesting. It all, like I said, I think I want to take this to the deadline though. I don't think we can combine salaries. I'm sure we're over the second apron at this point after all the salaries we just gave out. Miles Bridges and Josh Green is, I guess, something. Marketing. We can't combine salaries, as I just mentioned. Jalen Suggs. I'm going to take this to the deadline, but we do have a little bit of a, mental note on what the offers are right now. So I want to see if he's willing to sign for a very cheap extension. If he's still like test free agency, we can kind of see what his market would be, and I'm not sure. If he wants like 35 million a year again, I definitely think that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, and we're going to probably have to trade him at that point. But we're going to year 3. The simulation has not been kind to us so far. We got to hope it turns around. That's basically what we're hoping for. Proficiency, we're going to go back to pace and space or something. So pace and space is 4.5. Despite it not working so far, we're going to go back to it because it's the best proficiency. We're going to trust that. And we'll look at the rotation together one last time. And let's see what it looks like. So Murray, Brown, Porter, Gordon, Jokic. Really good rotation, as you can see. Robert Williams, Peyton Watson, Julian Strother, and Deron Holmes. And then we could probably get David Castillo minutes right away, to be honest with you. So David Castillo can get some minutes right away. So we're definitely letting some young guys play as many minutes as possible, let them develop. But we'll simulate to this season, and we potentially might kick the tires on Michael Porter at the deadline on his trade value. So at the end of year number 3, Shea with another MVP in this video. Boozer is on the Cavs and wins Rookie of the Year. They did the first overall pick, so it makes sense that he's there. So unfortunately, I did not trade Michael Porter Jr. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up regretting it, but I'll kind of explain my reasoning here for just a second. So he was still in the test free agency mode, so he is definitely going to be gauging his market in free agency. But the man is having a really good season. 16 points and knocking down 46% of his threes. Can't deny that that's some damn good stats that I thought it would be best to just keep around. I'm really hoping that, like I said, the simulation's been really fluky. We're finally going to win a series. We get Utah in round 1. I could have technically traded Michael Porter for Lauri Markkanen. I could have done it. I thought about it, but I stuck to my guns and kept the continuity. I'm hoping it'll pay off. Let's see if it does. I may end up regretting my decisions, but, you know, I made my bed and I'll lie on it. So we get Utah, George, Sexton, Markkanen, Hendricks, Kessler. I'm really hoping we can win a series, man. That's all I want to do. Can we get out of round 1 today? Somebody come around against Utah, and holy moly, it is a miracle. We have finally gotten out of round 1 in today's video. It only took us 3 seasons, the former champions, but here we are now. But now, we get Minnesota. This team eliminated us a couple years ago now in the second round in a very hard-fought series, so this should be an interesting series. I could definitely see them beating us. I could see us beating them. I'm going to go game by game here. So game 1 goes to them. They blow us out. Game 2, they're up 2-0. Are they going to go up 3-0? They do. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we won a series, but didn't really lead to much else after that. Man, I might have been selling this video so far. Maybe I just have not been aggressive enough, man. I really wanted to think that this was going to be the year, and we do win that one, so we're technically not done yet. We're down 3-0. We just won 1. Maybe we can find a way to come back and make the series interesting, but Minnesota at the end of the day is a tough team, and we almost did it at the very end, but we lose by 1. So, bouncing around to Oklahoma City, Indiana, and you got the Thunder going on to win it all. All right. Well, I'm not really sure if there's much else I could do anyway to make this team better. I mean, Porter's a damn good player, so even trading him away doesn't, like, solve anything, really. So Utah gets number 1 via Cleveland now, which is kind of insane. We have the 30th overall pick from the Oklahoma City Thunder, so thank you for that, OKC. So even a new head coach, yeah, we won a series, but didn't really result in much after that. All right, well, I mean, I'm kind of lost in the sauce in this one. I know Denver is a team that's kind of disrespected in the 2K sim for whatever reason, man. It feels like some of these really good teams in 2K just don't do good, and like they're good in real life, but in 2K they just suck. Like the Boston Celtics, like they suck for whatever reason. This doesn't make sense. But 30th overall pick regardless. I'm gonna let my assistant GM take wherever they want there. So we are gonna get Sin. I don't know how to say the last name. Player options, Ron Holmes, we're gonna accept, and then qualifying offers. All right. So moment of truth on Porter. So Michael Porter, hopefully he's not asking for $40 million, but I have a feeling he's probably going to be. Oh, no, he's not. W. Okay, this actually worked out great. He's asking for $22 million, which I definitely think is more than fair. So that's actually perfect. 5-year, $19 million contract for Michael Porter would be phenomenal to get. So maybe we made the right decision in not trading him away. I actually love that contract for him. So that's great. I thought he was going to be asking for $40 million, but we're going to ink him to a new contract. Kind of wish he would have just signed that extension at the deadline. That would have been awesome. But we can't just run this back, right? We got to do something different. So how do we improve is the question. We have the same rotation. We can't run this back again. We got to do something. If there's a position I'm looking at, it's the backcourt. Jamal Murray isn't doing anything wrong, technically. 23 points per game, 44% shooting from 3. But something is not working at the end of the day. So Brown or Jamal Murray have to go. I don't know who we're going to get, and I don't know how we upgrade. But I'm going to try. Maybe we upgrade the power forward spot. Maybe Aaron Gordon's $22 million is another one. So we got to find a way to interchange something. Jokic is here to stay, and so is Porter since we just signed him. We got to change to the point guard, shooting guard, or power forward and do something. We can't just run it back and expect different results. It's not working. We've done that 3 years in a row now. We got 2 seasons left. We got to try something. We may not find the perfect trade, so I'm not just going to force anything, but I'm going to find my best possible upgrade that I can do. That way we can maybe find a different simulation and win a championship today. So not gonna lie, it took me a while to figure out what we're gonna try to do here, and I thought of a multitude of different things. Let's go ahead and start with the idea of trading Jamal Murray for Tyrese Maxey. That was like one of the first ideas that came to my head. So I considered it for a second, but I think Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic just have such a fantastic duo, and Jamal Murray isn't technically doing anything wrong. I think at this point, I know he's been a fantastic fit in Denver, but he is on an expiring contract. I think Aaron Gordon has to be the one to go, and it really sucks to say that, but we can't, like I said, we can't expect different results by running it back again. So Christian Brown shooting 39% from 3, Porter shooting 46%, Murray shooting 44%, and then obviously Jokic shooting 41%. The clear outlier as far as shooting is concerned is Aaron Gordon, and I feel like if we have 5 guys that can space the floor, that would probably make us better. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So you might be wondering, so who are we gonna try to go get for Aaron Gordon? Well, I was looking at a multitude of different options, and I've landed on this guy in particular. He is on the Houston Rockets, so that's what we're gonna try to go get. But we are simply going to try to make this move happen, and it is gonna be for Tari Eason off the Rockets. So we're gonna try to get Tari Eason here. Now, I think we're gonna have to offer some pick compensation for them to do this. So we're gonna offer a 2031 first round pick and see if they would do Aaron Gordon and Aaron Gordon 2031 for Tari Eason. It's kind of the same overall grade, but at the end of the day, Tari Eason shoots 40% from 3, and I think we moved to small forward. He might even go up in overall, which is why we're also going to do this. So we can't combine salaries, unfortunately, so we can't do that, but I think we're going to make something happen here. A couple seconds, and they want a first round. It's a pick swap. You know what? At the end of the day, we'll do it. So we are going to make that trade happen. And now Tari Eason will probably, if we move him to small forward, he does not move. I thought he'd move, but he doesn't while Porter goes down. So I guess we can leave Tari Eason at power forward for now. Maybe we end up moving Porter, but that is our big, gigantic move. We move Aaron Gordon for floor spacing. I know he's been a fantastic fit in Denver. We have 2 seasons left of the 5, and I want to try to make something happen. We've not been able to do anything. So will this pay off in the long run? We shall find out. But player progression, you do have Tari Eason down to an 84. Porter is up. Robert Williams, Julian Strawther. You got Castillo up to a 79, and also Deron Holmes is up. So that's fantastic. We finally made the move we were looking for. We'll see if it ends up paying off. We've traded Aaron Gordon for his slashing fit, for more floor spacing, and hoping it pays off in a championship run. We'll see if it does. Let's find out in this next season. But let's load this 2028 draft class fairly quickly. And let's take a look at what it's about to look like. So Prime's going to last at 11th overall. We're 4.5 proficiency still. So here you go. Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Michael Porter, Tari Eason, Nikola Jokic, Robert Williams, Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson, and David Castillo. I'm going to run a 10-man or so with that way Deron Holmes getting minutes. But I might end up moving Eason to small forward because obviously he's shorter than Michael Porter, and Porter is 6'10". So that's probably what I'll end up doing. But let's go ahead. So wait, year 4, and let's see how we do. At the end of year 4, Luka wins MVP, Caleb Gaskins Rookie of the Year on the Blazers, Harper 6th Man, William Defensive Player, Collier Most Improved, and Brunson's your Clutch Player, Mark's Coach of the Year, and John Murphy is your Executive. So clearly the Thunder are going to be a problem, but we do get Jokic on All-NBA First Team. We also gave him his extension. He was extension eligible, and we absolutely signed him to that, which is fantastic. Offensive First Team and All Defensive Second Team. But let's get straight to these playoffs. So at this point, we're looking for that playoff run. Do we finally get it? We shall see. So we're going 9-man rotation. David Castillo, Peyton Watson, Julian Strawther, Robert Williams, Nikola Porter, Tari Eason, Jamal Murray, and Christian Brown. Let's, of course, look at the player stats as well. You got 25 from Nikola Jokic, 21 from Murray, 14 from Strawther, you had 13 from Porter, 13 from Brown, and then you had 12 from Tari Eason and 9.5 from David Castillo. So Eason, so if you look at our starting 5, look at it. I mean, you got Eason 39%, Brown 38%. Porter 40, Strawther off the bench 47. You got 46 and 40. So every single player in our starting 5 can shoot 40% from 3, which is fantastic. Which is what I kind of wanted out of that Gordon trade. It sucks to have seen him go, but we get Utah in round 1. So we did beat them last year in round 1, so hopefully we can do that again. Collier just did have a really good season, so we'll see what happens. But we might come around against them, and we are going to sweep them. So we're off to a good start, and it's the same bracket as last year. We get Minnesota again. So they didn't lose anybody. So Naz Reid, Gobert, Cat. They have Jalen Hood, Shafino, Tillman, Martin, and Darren Harris. So pretty much the same team. They beat us last year pretty easily. Does Eason change any of that? And we're down 2-1. Okay. Let's stop this. And you know what? Let's crunch time it. Let's go 8-man rotation. Why not? Let's see what we can do. Can we even this series up to make things interesting? I'm looking to make my conference finals appearance finally in this video. Should have done it a long time ago, and it looks like we're going to at least even the series, which is good. So we're not down 3-0 like we were last year. We're in a little bit more of a competitive series, which is nice to see. All right, so we're going to a Game 5. This one will be in Denver, so winning this one would be crucial. And, of course, you start off slow in the first quarter. We do make it somewhat close to the end, and we take it in the second. Now, can we keep it is the question to take this Game 5 victory. We almost let it go at the end, but we do keep it. So, finally, we have a good thing going for us. All right, Game 6 in Minnesota to close them out. Once again, the first quarter goes to them. Can we bring it back in the second? We almost did. Come on, take the lead away. Break their hearts somehow. Okay, so we're down 10. It looks like we might be going to a Game 7 in Denver. All right, well, time to nut up or shut up, like they once said in Zombieland. So Zombieland. So let's go ahead. Game 7. We want to give some minutes. So Easton, Porter, same starting 5. I'm really hoping we can win this Game 7. We need a conference finals appearance in this video, and Minnesota's once again going to start off on fire in the first quarter. Are we going to ever get back in this game? It looked like we were for a second. We're down 4 with 3 minutes left. Maybe we do get back in it. Down 2. I think we watched the end of it. Minute 44. I mean, this is year number 4. We have not seen success yet. We got to win this one. This is Game 7, all or nothing. Lose or go home. This is a huge, pivotal couple 2 minutes. My back is itching like crazy, by the way, so I apologize. But regardless, a minute 44 left. They have the lead right now. We got Christian Brown and Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is going to probably... Nope, he's going to just take it, and he's going to make it. So they're going to take a 4-point lead here. All right. Anthony Edwards were 25 points. Jamal Murray is going to take the ball here from Jokic. We need a response. Okay, Jokic, yo, you could have had him cutting low-key there. Don't know why you didn't give it to him there, but Jokic is going to take Naz Reid down low. Jokic, we need one here, man. And Jokic is going to shoot over Naz Reid, and that's too easy. Minute 22 left. Down 2 again. All right, so we got to get a stop this time. Let's see if we can get it. So Edwards on Christian Brown. Anthony Edwards is going to... He's going to work his way around Christian Brown again. No, he's going to give it to Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns on with Porter on him. He's going to give it to Edwards again. 8 seconds. This possession's looking good for us so far. Edwards stuck right now. He gives it to Dillingham on the perimeter. Jamal Murray right in his face. And we do get a stop. We needed that. And now we get to tie the game maybe. Jokic. Give it to Porter. Cutting. Nope. He's going to... Did he? Okay, that was a 2-point. He ties the game. I thought that was a 3-pointer for a second. All right. That was a crazy shot. I think he had Porter wide open down low. But all right. Sure. Edwards is going to take Brown to the basket again. He's going to stop and shoot a mid-range. And he's going to sink it. It is once again a 2-point game. All right, we need a response. Jokic has been good these last few minutes or last couple seconds we've jumped in. Jamal Murray is going to get a screen. He's going to shoot it, and Jokic is there for the offense board. Put it back up, big man, and let's go. Jokic has been so clutch, man. 160-116. As soon as Jamal Murray shot that, I was like, oh no, this isn't going in as okay. 20 seconds left. 26 seconds left in the game. We got to get a stop. Anthony Edwards is going to have 2 on him for a second. Naz Reid screen. Edwards is wide open. He misses it, though. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're going to call the timeout. Wow. I thought for sure that was going in. 160-116. By the way, this is just the right to go play the Thunder, by the way. So there's no guarantee that even if we win this game, we're about to go win the next series. But it would feel good to at least get to the conference finals. It's a tie game, so no pressure. Just got to sink this one at the buzzer. Jamal Murray, you did this to the Lakers twice. You can do it to Minnesota too. Come on, man. He's going to give it to Jokic instead. Jokic over Gobert. Oh. Minnesota's 3 seconds left. Oh, man. I don't know if I like this. Okay. Jokic shoots a fadeaway midi over Gobert. Does not go in. Edwards is about to break our hearts, isn't he? Brown, get on him. Get on his skin, please. Okay. If he makes it, GG. What can you do, man? What can I do about that, bro? Absolutely insane. We lose, unfortunately. 119-116. Really unfortunate. All right, well, let's go ahead and see who wins the championship. And Oklahoma City just beat Minnesota very easily. And now you got the Thunder beating the Hawks in 7 games. All right. Well, Rudy Gobert is retiring, so maybe that helps us out a lot. I don't know. That will make Minnesota maybe a little bit weaker. So maybe we have something going for us in this 5th season. That could be the last one. I mean, we're right there, man. We were so close. So close. We have the 29th pick in this draft. At this point in the video, it doesn't really matter who we get. So I guess we could try to hire a really good assistant potentially. Trent Peterson has good ratings, and he's not going to sign it, though. Trent Peterson says no. We have Barney McLeod, who has pretty good ratings as well. So we'll get Barney McLeod, I guess. And then we'll grab a perimeter D coach, and then we'll grab a shot doctor. And we'll gear up for this potential final season if we can get the championship. Maybe I go to year 6. We'll see. But I might end it off in year 5 just based off how this video has been going. So let's go to player options. I guess we can see who our assistant GM takes really quickly. So draft night, we get Paris Taylor. Welcome in. David Castillo is still developing, which is nice. Qualifying offers. Deron Holmes is a free agent. So probably going to bring him back. But for free agency, yeah, Deron Holmes is our own free agent. Let's just, get that out of the way. So re-sign Deron Holmes, Aaron Gordon trade exception. We're not going to use it. I mean, I think we made the final move when we traded for Tari Eason. Yeah, we could do something else if we wanted to. Like, yeah, I could go back to maybe trade Murray for Maxey or something crazy like that. But I think I've locked... I mean, I could maybe trade Robert Williams for a new center. Like, maybe we do that. I guess there's one other thing we could maybe do. Maybe we give up on Robert Williams and go for a center who maybe rebounds a little bit better. And maybe that changes our luck. So let's see if that pops up. I don't know if it will. It's $19 million. Nick Richards... we obviously can't combine salaries, so we can get... unfortunately, Zubac makes a little too much money for us to accept that. Miles Bridges, Robinson makes too much. Isaac is not really what I'm looking for. Gafford makes too much as well. Aaron Bradshaw, Jovic, no. Gordon, we could bring him back. He makes too much. Isaiah Hartenstein, 6 points, 8 rebounds, but we can't combine salaries. I mean... I don't know. Does it really change anything if we get Hardenstein over Robert Williams? I don't know if it would. I mean, I don't really see anything. This would be as close as I would have done a trade, but technically, since we are probably over the second apron, which I believe we are. I mean, I don't know the math, what the second apron will be in the year 2028. I mean, technically, look, it goes up, I think. I mean, it's so close. You know what? Screw it. It doesn't really matter. It's so close. I don't know what the second apron is going to be in the year of 2029 or whatever, but... I mean, this is so close. It's by like point. It's like pennies. So, sure, we're going to do this trade. Robert Williams for Zubac gives us a little bit of a better upgrade the back of 5. Why not? Let's go for it, man. That's the final move. Final thing we're sealing in. And we'll see if we can go win a championship. We have not even got to the conference final stage with Denver, which is crazy to say. Murray and Porter are starting to regress, which makes sense. But yeah, I think I'm going to make this the final season regardless of what happens. So... buckle up. Let's ride. Let's see if we can make something happen this final season. So if nothing else, Jokic gets the MVP award in this final season, but we are seeking more than an MVP award. We went 62-20 as well. All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. The first seed in the Western Conference. Here are your player stats again. So 28 from Jokic, 20 from Murray, 15 from Schroeder, 14 from Porter, and 13 from Brown, and 13 from Tari Eason. So if nothing else, Minnesota is, bro, if we get Minnesota in round 1 and we get eliminated, I'm about to be just heartbroken. But hopefully they just win right away and play Dallas instead, and they're on the other side of the bracket. So let's see if that is the case. And of course they won. So they're on the other side of the bracket. So we'll take that. Like I said, I would just love to see us in the conference finals. We don't have to do with Thunder or the Minnesota Timberwolves until the conference finals. But we still have teams like the Memphis Grizzlies who have Killian Anthony, Jalen Johnson, Jaren Jackson, AJ, Hood Schifino, and Florin. But here we go. Somebody come around against Memphis, and we are going to sweep them. So no sweat there. Minnesota does get eliminated, so we don't have to deal with them finally. And now we get Houston, who has kept Aaron Gordon. They have Caleb, I don't know how to say that name. They got Nick Smith, Amon Thompson, Cooper Flagg is on their team as well now. 25 from him. Reed Shepard is developed into an 83. Vanderbilt and Taj Ariza. All right. Somebody current round against Houston. This is to finally get to the conference finals. Can we do it? And we are going to sweep them. Finally. We finally made it to the conference finals. But now we get the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have Shea, Cole Carr, Lou Dort, J-Dub, Chet, Nikola, Noah, Alejandro. So the fact that we made it this far is fantastic. But Oklahoma City, of course, is never easy to beat. So here we go. Game 1, we lose. Game 2, we... or did we... Wait, no, did we make the conference finals once today? No, we didn't, right? I don't know why I'm thinking that we lost Oklahoma City really bad, but I don't think we've made it. So, 2-1, 2-2. We got to win this pivotal game 5. I think we matched up against Oklahoma City earlier. I don't know. My mind is spinning. It's kind of late at night. I'm sorry, but I'm overthinking. So, let's see if we can win this game 5. That's all that matters at this point. Who cares what happened in the previous parts of the video? And we're going to blow them out. So, that's a good start. We'll take that. So, we take the 3-2 lead. Orlando's awaiting us if we can get past the Thunder here in game 6. Do we do it is the question. We have to go to Oklahoma City to do it. And they are going to take a lead here. And I think we're probably going to a game 7. No, we're going to a game 7. So game 7. This one's going to be in Denver. So at least we have that advantage. Here goes nothing. Game 7 to go to the finals. Please win. We take the lead here. You have a nice convincing lead. And I think we did it. Oh, wait a minute. It's not over yet. It's far from over. I think we got it though, right? Okay, we win. Let's go. We're finally in the NBA Finals. It should not have taken this long, but I will take it. It's better than never being here. So we finally beat the Thunder in 7. And now we are playing the Orlando Magic to see if we can seal this video with a championship. Game 1, good start. Game 2, they even it up. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, we even it up. Game 5, I'm gonna simcast. I was gonna say, I'm about to live life on edge. I'm gonna see if I can just go simulate game. But we're going to simcast game 5. That's the best, most safest thing to do. Like, there's no reason to gamble at this point. I'm a gambling man, but let's not do that here. So let's see. Can we? Yes, we are going to win game 5. That's huge. Okay. Game 6. I mean, if nothing else, we lose and get a game 7. If we click something through game and win, then we end the video with a bang. And we are going to win. Let's go, man. Okay. That should not have taken as long as it did. But hey, I will take it to end the video. Jokic is your Finals MVP. This was the final product that we threw together. Really solid team. Jokic gets another ring at 34. Took too long, but you know what? I'm happy with it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a fun one. I will see y'all in the next one. Make sure you guys have a fantastic weekend. Other than that, this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.